14. Look what it says there. In Revelation, Gileana, chapter 16, verse 14, we read, "The Melachim of the Olam, the kings of the earth, and to the entire Olam world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh the Almighty." Verse 15, "See, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches and keeps his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And he gathered them together in a place called in Hebrew Har Megiddo, or Armageddon, or the valley of Jezreel. Because Joshua fought Amalek in the valley of Megiddo. Gideon fought Amalek in the valley of Megiddo. And Samuel was told to, and for us in the last generation, we need to realize as kings and priests, that's what we are. We're kings and priests according to the book of Revelation chapter 2, that we will also be expected to fight Amalek. Ultimately, Mashiach Yahushua will fight in the same place as Joshua, in the same place as Gideon, in the same place that Samuel was to go, the valley of Jezreel, Megiddo, or Armageddon, against Amalek. When we look in our Torah portion this week, there's a problem. Israel is divided. Israel is between two opinions. Should we go back to Egypt, or should we follow Moshe Rabbeinu? We're hungry, we're thirsty. Should we go back? Israel is divided between two opinions. Doubt has entered in. They're not sure whether they want to follow Moshe Rabbeinu's leadership. Most brethren today that have come out of the church or come out of Judaism and hold the testimony of Mashiach Yahushua and keep the Torah are being confused, and doubt is being brought in. And it's the seed and the ruach of Amalek. It's all about instilling doubt about Shabbat and your Shabbat guarding piety. And I want to clear that up. Because even last week, doubt came upon me and I went to the Word, and Yahweh broke me this week. Broke me and showed me that He needs to change me, to make room inside of me, to get rid of my opinions, get rid of my ideas and my thoughts, to make more room for His Word. Because I'm not going to look to men, but I'm to look to the Word, just as you are. And if you can show me the things that men are teaching that's in the Word, then let's follow it. But we're going to look to the Word, because He says He is the one of truth. But if we're lagging behind when Yahweh's revealing truth to us, what's going to happen? Those that lag behind are going to be picked off by Amalek. They're going to be sidetracked and picked off by Amalek. Because Amalek attacks on the Shabbat. He attacks regarding your Shabbat keeping piety. And he takes the weak and the confused of faith. There is no confusion with Yahweh. Yahweh is not the author of confusion. If you're confused, then you have to get back on your knees and go to the Word. Because Yahweh is not the author of confusion. In Devarim, Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17, we'll find more about Amalek. Deuteronomy, Devarim chapter 25, verse 17. Remember what Amalek did to you in the derek, in the way, when you came out of Mitzrayim, Egypt? How he met you by the way, and he attacked you in the rear. In the rear is where the women and the children would be. Women are especially used by Yahweh because of their spiritual intuition, is what I have seen. And that's why it's good for a man to have a good wife and to have good daughters. Because women are especially sensitive. The majority of our ranks is made up of righteous women. But also that's where Amalek would want to try and attack, is attack the women and attack the children. He says in verse 19, "Therefore it shall be, when Yahweh your Elohim has given you rest from all of your enemies all around, in the land which Yahweh your Elohim gives you for an inheritance to possess, that you should blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under the Shamayim heavens, you shall not forget to do it. I don't want us to be the ones caught lagging behind. Because Israel defeats its enemies when Moshe is supported by Aaron, the priesthood, and Hur, the people. We need to go to the Torah. We need to lift up the hands of Moses and support him as the priesthood and the people, Aaron and Hur. Because that's where we're going to get truth. That's how we're going to defeat Amalek. Not going to websites and listening to the rhetoric of men that can't produce any scriptural verses, but rhetoric. Well, the Jews have been doing it for 2,000 years, so therefore we know that we should do it too. Well, I'm sorry. I need to see more. I need to see what the Word says. I'd like to see that scriptures. Give me 2 or 3. We need to do what Moses did. We need to do what Aaron and Hur did. Aaron represents the priesthood. You are a kingdom of priests. And you are the people of Israel like Hur. We need to lift up the hands of Moses. We need to go into the Torah, search out the Torah so that we can defeat Amalek. That is where we're going to find our victory. So that is where we're going to find the authority to rule over Israel. I believe right now, this month, this is the time for Ephraim to take back territory. Because territory has been taken by Ephraim. And who's the territory being taken? Who's taken that territory? None other than Amalek. Amalek has taken the territory of Ephraim. Let me show you. Judges, Shoftim, chapter 12, verse 15. Shoftim, Judges, chapter 12, verse 15. It's time for us as Ephraim to take back the territories in our community that have been taken by Amalek. That is what it is. We need to take back the territories that have been taken by Amalek, because in Shoftim, Judges, chapter 12, verse 15, it says, "And Abaddon, the son of Hillel, the Pirathonite, died and was buried in Pirathon in the land of Ephraim in the mount of the Amalekites." The Amalekites had taken the land of Ephraim as their own. They had taken territory from Ephraim, and that is exactly what they've done in this last generation. And the majority in the Nazarene Israel movement are being taken astray by the Ruach, those of Amalek. The Amalekites owned part of the land, or the people of Ephraim. The Amalekites won many battles over Israel, especially during Israel's apostate periods during the Judges. Gideon encountered the Midianites and the Amalekites when they teamed up together against Israel, did he not? He encountered them. Gideon removed the symbols of their Elohim and guarded Israel from their infiltration. Gideon removed the symbol of the Amalekites. That's a mouthful, isn't it? He removed the symbols of the Midianites and the symbols of Amalek. Because they've infiltrated Ephraim, they've infiltrated the land, the territory, and the people. Let's turn to Shoftim, Judges, chapter 8, verse 21. Then Sevar and Salmunah said, "Rise thou and fall upon us, for as the man is, so is his strength." And Gideon arose, and he slew Sevar and Salmunah, and he took away the ornaments. In the Hebrew, the word there for ornaments is Sa'aron. Sa'aron Yarecha. And it means crescent moon ornaments. Those are the symbols of the Amalekites. Crescent moon ornaments. The Hebrew, Saharon Yarecha. Crescent moon ornaments that were on their camels' necks. Now let's go to Shoftim, Judges, chapter 8, verse 26. Just a few verses down. And the weight of the golden earrings that he requested was 1,700 shekels of gold, beside crescent ornaments